Jay, you left the Wirehouse 8 years ago.
Yes.
Tell us how that experience has been for you.
So honestly, the experience has been fantastic. Like I've told you before, there is one regret that I have, and that's that we didn't do it sooner.
Yeah.
It was a very nervous. We were nervous, and we moved up our transition a few months because of the nerves.
Yes, I remember that.
But it was just a wonderful thing at the end of the day. All the stress leading up to it, all the stress of actually moving our personal items, moving our clients over. Looking back 8 years from now, I'm so glad we did it.
Yeah.
And it's been a magical journey the last 8 years, personally and professionally.
So tell me about the growth trajectory of your business and what's taken place in this last 8 years, because it's really been explosive.
Yeah, it's thank you. It's been exponential, and I think it's Stratos has been magical for us, and I use the word magical because I have no other way to explain it.
I love that word.
It's being an independent advisor is just as it sounds. You are independent. You don't have the pressures of the mothership telling you what you can sell and what you can do and how to operate your practice in small quotes. Because in reality, when you're at a large wirehouse, you don't own your business. You don't own your clients. They like to tell you that you're a small business owner and that you have control. Well, sorry, you don't.
Right.
So this is the real big step. And it's not for everybody, but you have to be able to manage a business, manage a staff, manage a P&L in order to grow your business. And that's working on the business. You want to be in the business. Now, to grow the business, the sky's the limit. There are things you can't do at a wirehouse, whether it's from a marketing standpoint, items with your website. At a wirehouse, you have to have a static website.
Yeah.
In our world, as you know, you can have a robust website that provides tons of resources for clients, and that has really helped shape us. We do webinars, we do client appreciation events, we do a whole host of things. I am on local TV in certain cases to do interviews on the market.
Yeah.
Those are things I couldn't dream of doing when I was in the wirehouse world.
Jay, one of the biggest concerns people have is transition.
Yeah.
And you had a very large practice that you moved.
Yeah.
So can you talk a little bit about the transition,
Yeah.
what took place and the support you had?
Yeah, the support was tremendous. I mean, it's nerve-wracking. You are moving, when you resign from your wirehouse, technically you have no business.
Yeah, that's true.
You now have to move your clients, and you have to follow the protocol, going from a protocol firm to a protocol firm. So you have to follow that to a T in order to be able to make money again and help your clients.
And have a practice.
And have a practice and have a business. So it's all well and good that you've made the decision, but you have to follow the rules in order to move over properly.
Right.
You're going to get, as you saw with us, when we left our wirehouse, we had a lot of pushback from people at the wirehouse. And it was taxing. It was very taxing. But we could not have done that without the support of Stratos, you and Stratos behind us. If we had gone directly independent with LPL or another independent firm, which I know you forced us to talk to a whole bunch of other people, which
I wanted you to make sure you were in the right place.
Which is a great exercise, but my decision was made early on, so that was fine. Happy to talk to a lot of other people. But you get a phone number and a PDF document, and they wish you luck to move over your assets.
Right.
With Stratos, we had an entire transition team with you and your support here in Scottsdale. We had folks from the Stratos home office out here for several weeks. We had people in the Stratos home office also helping us. So we had a tremendous amount of support. Not to mention the facilities we were coming into in Scottsdale were Class A top-notch space, so it made our clients feel really warm and comfortable when they came in. So the transition experience, yes, it was hard, it was stressful, it took several months to do because of the size of our book. But that being said, I don't think it could have gone any better.
Yeah.
So
talk about the culture of what you have in your office and the culture of being part of Stratos.
Yeah, the Stratos culture is amazing. It is when you're at a wirehouse and you go to a wirehouse conference, you're looking at your competition. and you really don't want to help anybody because they're gonna cannibalize your clients or your ideas or whatever it is. Go to a Stratos conference, go to an LPL conference. You are with your competitors, but it's collaborative, it's respectful.
I agree.
It's an incredible culture nationally within this very large community at LPL of independent advisors. But then you bring it even smaller at Stratos, and that conference is even better because you're meeting people that are aligned with your values and your culture and want to run a practice to be successful. And I think that kind of permeates into the way we run our practice on a day-to-day basis. It's all about culture. We like to have fun.
Yeah.
You can't have a ping pong table like we do in a Wirehouse. You can't have
true.
a foosball table in a Wirehouse. You can't have a putting simulator.
A puzzle table.
A puzzle table.
Candy jars all over the place.
Candy jars. You can't have that in a Wirehouse.
Yeah.
So we like to make it a real inviting atmosphere for our entire team. We like to have fun. We like our clients to have fun and know that they can come in and it's not a stuffy financial services office, that it's, they want a cup of coffee, they want a soda, they want a snack, whatever it is to make them comfortable, because we're dealing with their money and their financial future. So we want them to be excited and not nervous about coming to see us. So we try to create that environment.
Yeah. So there are a lot of advisors that probably think about going into private practice and independence that are at the Wirehouse, but they're just stuck.
Yeah.
What advice would you give them?
Yeah, so that's a great question. We were stuck. I was much earlier in my career. I was stuck there because of my situation. But what happened at the Wirehouse allowed my partner at the time and I to kind of look at this eyes wide open and say, it's not about staying here, it's about what's best for our clients.
Right.
And we really had to focus on what was best for our clients at the time. Listen, we could have gone to another Wirehouse and taken a really big check, and I'd probably still be on vacation today if they did that. That's not what it was about.
Yeah.
It was not a me move. Yes, long term, it's a total me move because you own your practice, your payouts are higher, you control your expenses, you have more tax deduction and ability to deal with it from a tax perspective. Yes, so it's definitely a long-term move in that respect, but this was a move for our clients because I give the example, so we do a lot of unit investment trust. Mm-hmm. Our local representative from one of the companies came by literally hours after he found out we left.
Right.
And said, I know you're using a handful of what we're allowed to have at your Wirehouse. Brace yourself. I said, why? He goes, because now you have access to everything.
Yeah.
And so it was a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
And then that happened time and time again with a lot of our different investment companies. The sky was the limit. So we were able to do even more for our clients than what we could do before.
Right.